Hello, hi, welcome and thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a timeless and collective reading. Whenever this reading finds you is the right time. Just keep in mind it's a general reading and see what signs, symbols, messages, energies resonate for you in your particular situation and hopefully bring clarity to whatever you're wondering. It could broaden your perspective, change your focus, help you see something with fresh eyes in a new way, in a new light. In the end, always trust yourself. The divine inner guidance, it's in you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with our heart's hidden secrets. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. Clarity for the collective. Opening messages, please, and thank you. Silence. Okay, so maybe there's been a long period of silence. Maybe it's just a day between you and someone else. This could be somebody else not knowing what to say, or that could be your energy as well, not knowing how to express what you feel or maybe what's going on in a situation. This feels like a stone wall. So for some of you, you're trying to find the way through, around, you're trying to find that ladder to get over the wall, to get some clarity, get some understanding on someone or something. But this is someone who doesn't have words right now. They don't have the right words. Their words are all over the place. Their feelings are all over the place. It could be somebody who ghosted you. Let's get clarity on silence. Oh, it looks like somebody doesn't want to be in this silent energy much longer. This is somebody who wants to return. Maybe they just don't know how to open the door, how to start that conversation, or even how you may react to something they need to say. But if somebody's coming through with an apology and the energy of forgiveness, they want to say they're sorry. This is somebody with self-reflection who wants to make some changes or wants to explain something. I'm getting for some of you, there could have been an argument or a miscommunication. I feel like in the moment, for some of you, this person had no idea that what they said or did not say would affect or hurt you. And that kind of came through as clarity for them later. And I'm getting for others, somebody said something like, kind of just spewing something out. Maybe it was coming from an emotional situation, maybe directly with you, but maybe a totally different situation, maybe just stress in general. And they said something and right away they knew that they should take that back, but they didn't know how to retract it at the time. So it's almost like I'm kind of getting that somebody wanted to say something way sooner to apologize, but the longer they waited, the more time passed and the more they got in their head or in their feels about how to readdress a situation. So let's get one more. Clarity on silence. It also could be that some of you are shutting the door and putting up that wall, staying silent, not responding or not responding like you maybe would have in the past, sort of retracting your energy because you really want an apology. So let's see. Clarity on silence and apology. Oh, okay. So it could be that silence came through because of outside influences. Somebody could have been dealing with a third-party situation. That could have been anybody. That it could have been somebody that is a romantic partner. It could be a friend. It could be a family member. It can be an environment. It can also be kind of just situational. But this is attachments, third parties, and peers. So it's also, It's also possible somebody's waiting for you to apologize for a lot of silence you have given them because you've been really busy with situations, you know, even outside of yourself. If you've been really trying to help a lot of people lately, but I'm kind of getting that mostly with this energy. Somebody is thinking about apologizing because they listened to the wrong person. They took the wrong advice, and I feel like this person is now being reflective and affected because of a wrong decision. So let's see. Let's get another message from the same deck, and we'll switch decks. Yeah, somebody is exhausted. I mean, that could be you or someone else really trying to help out a lot of different personalities or people. But I'm sort of seeing that maybe some of you had silence because somebody just didn't have anything to give. They were really running on empty. They were overwhelmed with situations and feeling completely drained and depleted. And remember, in readings, that can be your energy too. Maybe you didn't mean to ghost someone or put someone on silent. You know, you just had a lot of different things going on. You might not even know that someone would feel a lot better if they got an apology from you or an explanation. But this says it's a long journey. So if you're on this long journey and you don't have enough gas in the tank and you run out of gas, you're kind of be stuck on the side of the road until you call for help or walk a long way to get more gas. So it's about replenishing yourself enough along this journey so you can keep going, not giving from an empty plate. So either that's you or someone else's energy. They needed time to plug themselves back in. At the bottom is withdrawn. So you or someone else has withdrawn their energy. Or that's what needs to happen to get plugged back in, to figure something out, to have some self-reflection on how to come through right. And it's possible that some of you need silence, or someone needs just a little bit of silence, a little bit of peace to have peace in their energy and peace of mind of a situation, to figure something out, to process. If someone's just overwhelmed, sometimes you need a little breakaroo to process everything that is happening or where you want to go in the future. But this is someone taking time alone. They want to just kind of be in their own energy, and it's sometimes also starting to feel a little lonely. I am also seeing that there could be someone who has someone in their energy, someone in their life who is exhausting them with how much attention they need, or constantly draining, you know, this person's energy, not fulfilling them or lifting them up or plugging them back in or helping at all to fill up their plate. So it's possible you or someone else has somebody who, after you're around that person, you always feel drained and always running on empty. And it is possible that you or someone else feels alone, even if you're around a lot of people or around one person all the time. It's possible to have somebody really close to you or a lot of people around you, you can still feel lonely. So let's continue. That was a lot of messages from one deck. Let's go to something similar but kind of different. This is the Twin Flame Oracle. Let's get some more clarity on silence, apology, influences, exhaustion, and withdrawn. Clarity for the collective, please and thank you. Wow, it looks like the same exact card. Totally different deck. So maybe this is even, you know, a double influence of exhaustion, or explaining how to bring something back to full. Because the message on this card is not the same. It's to compromise, which is similar to an apology. You know, it's not condoning somebody's actions, but it's trying to see something through someone else's point of view. And it's also where it might be putting up some boundaries, expressing what works and what doesn't work, what's healthy, what's not healthy, what you'll take and what you won't take. And until you go through a situation, you don't always know those boundaries. And until you express them and communicate, others can't always know what your boundaries are. So this is where you are going to have an energy of mutual understanding, and you have to be flexible here. You can't just put up that huge, big stone wall and not at least offer a ladder or a way over. So it's give and take. And if you do this, if you are flexible, if you come to some kind of agreement, even if it's agreeing to disagree, this is going to bring you the energy of rewards. It's going to, maybe for some of you, take you to a place where you can always compromise if that wasn't happening in another partnership or environment. To take you somewhere where maybe down the road, maybe a hop, skip, and a jump away, you feel like, you know, there's a person or there's an environment where there's enough spiritual gas stations to always kind of keep you filled. But that's you filling up your own tank and someone else responsible for filling up theirs. But I am seeing that you will be maybe changing directions and going away from a person or environment that you were heading towards before. But I feel like you're going to be in a parallel lane with the right energies moving in the right direction with you, where there is compromise, equal give and take, even if you have differences of opinions. Clarity on compromise, please, and thank you. Self-worth. That's sort of the boundaries that I was seeing. I just want to show you this again. That's amazing. I love when energies come through and they're so similar in such different decks. This looks like you're breaching the surface, cleansing your energy. It looks exuberating, not exhausting, exhilarating. It's where you express and recognize how valuable you are. Maybe it's expressing how valuable you find someone else as well. Appreciation. But this is doing something with the energy of self-esteem, confidence, and you are empowering yourself by valuing yourself. So even if it's with the energy of compromise, if that's something you can't compromise on, then don't. Stand firm with what you know is valuable to you and good and healthy for you. Don't accept less. Always assume you deserve even more. I hope that made sense. Clarity on compromise, self-worth, and you have a feminine energy. So either this is your, oh, it's so beautiful, your energy or someone else. But this is a feminine energy in the divine vibration. It's the feminine energy who is seeking. But it looks like this feminine energy, and remember, gender doesn't matter. This is a feminine energy that is waiting, giving space, and allowing the right person, place, thing, environment to work its way towards him or her. But it's an allowance energy. It's not a pushy energy. It says the divine feminine, you, or seeking her twin or soulmate. Let's get one more just so we have 4 on each. Receive. Yeah, that's what I just said. I love when these flow so nicely. This is opening your arms to receive abundance when it's the right season, this sweetness when it wants to come into your life. This is having that, you know, bucket ready to go, to be filled up, to be nourished. But if somebody isn't open, if their arms are crossed, if their energy is closed off, if they have a big old, you know, stone wall up, that's not the time nor the person or the place that is going to be receptive to what you have to give. I just see, I don't know why these are strawberries, but I just saw someone throwing tomatoes or like fruit at a wall. I don't even know what that means energetically. It was so strange to see. It makes me think of where someone's like on stage and they didn't like do a good job, like in old cartoons, and like the tomatoes go up. So, but this is not that. That maybe it's not the right audience. Maybe that's not the right outside influences that value how worthy you are. Because now I see a concert where everyone has the lighters, like a light, where it's like everyone is receptive to you. Or maybe it's not even a whole like group of people, but that's just the energy I'm getting. It's going to feel like a lot of energy coming towards you the right way. So maybe it's waiting for someone else to be open-minded. If they're not compromising over here, where they have, you know, the wrong advice or influence on anyone, where they're exhausted, then that's not the right place. And this is showing you the right place or person wants to be there, but it's telling you it is time, no matter what gender you are, to step into your feminine energy and receive. At the bottom of this deck, since we took the bottom of both, it does have the energy of observing. So either you or someone else is observing a certain environment or person, watching from afar, from a distance, holding back, being a, you know, wallflower for a little bit, maybe waiting for the right time to come back and approach when the energy is right. This is somebody who's paying attention to social media. It's also the energy of somebody who's fascinated, maybe with this feminine. Maybe there's a lot of people, whether that's the right or the wrong audience, fascinated with you right now. But you got people curious. And it is somebody who is watching from a distance. From a distance. What's that, Bette Midler? Just snuck in there. Wow, what a song. To like, come on in. There is, from a distance, there is, I can't get any of the other words, but from a distance just came in. I think that's the first song. Except this one makes me think of I know it's strawberries, but there's the song about the lips like strawberries. I think it's Watermelon Sugar. Harry Styles. I like that song. I'm glad that one came in. All right, let's go to angel numbers. Let's get a little more numbers and messages. Clarity for the collective, please, and thank you. What else would be helpful to know? Energy going on. Insight. $11.44. Maybe you see 11 or 44 all the time. Somebody's 44 years old. You're born on the 11th, or something happens in maybe like 11 days, 44 days. I don't know. I think I just thought of a song called Cumbersome. Too heavy, too white, too black or too white, too wrong or too right, day or to night, cumbersome. Too rich or too poor, she's wanting me less and I'm wanting her more. The bitter taste is cumbersome. I feel like there is something in those words of that particular song, and I just got the goosies, and I didn't even sing it. So I'll put that in the playlist. Maybe check that one out and see if there's something in that song. It is high vibes. Hey, well, that's good. That means you or someone else is definitely moving into the energy of high vibrations. I just thought of Good Vibrations, Beach Boys. The right place, the right person. This is where you and someone else, I think you and someone else are getting divine intervention. You're getting maybe a divine stone wall to block possible wrong outside influences or people from something where there would be beautiful progression. It's also the energy of prosperity, and that is like an infinity. So this is where the right energies are starting to come back. It's big ventures, fated. This is really big. It's fated events, something that is meant to happen, but that's an event, an experience that you are supposed to have. That's going to be something where you're going to come home from, I don't know, whether it's just a simple dinner or a big event, a party, something like that, even an interview, a fated meeting of a certain person, and you're going to come home and just, I see a really big smile on your face, and this, almost like your inside is glowing. Like it gives you a different glow. It is literally saying it's giving you this purpose, and it's a higher calling. This is not mundane, flat energy. It feels vibrationally special. Love or other happiness lurks just around the corner. It will be something much better than your wildest dreams. Ooh, that really sounds fun. I think that's also a Taylor Swift song. I like that song. Wow, I'm just talking about songs today, and you see how my hair stands up? I get those, like a physical rush when it's a big message. I feel it physically in my body. So this is something that's bigger and better than your wildest dreams, and it's a rare opportunity. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. I feel like you're going to I feel like you're going to get that feeling if you get an invitation or you get the urge to be somewhere, you should just follow it. Follow it. Because I feel like if you don't, you're going to keep thinking about why you didn't go to that thing or meet that person. It's an exciting encounter with like-minded people. That's here, where you will have mutual understanding, people that will be flexible, people that will be, where is that? You had something here that said being open-minded. I don't know where it is. Here, open-minded and receptive and loving to you. And this is going to be something that will exceed your expectations. So expect the unexpected, expect something even more grand than you thought could happen to you to come on in very soon. I feel like some of you are going to look back very soon at now and feel like you are in an entirely different place or heading down an entirely different road or different direction. All right, let's continue. I feel like we should definitely go to the tarot, though. So let's do the tarot. I'm just not sure which one. I have this one. It's a little bit different. I'm seeing that highway there. This is the Urban Tarot. So let's do a couple of tarot messages to be helpful and insightful on these beautiful things coming in, you being open to receiving something. empowering yourself. Clarity for the collective, please, and thank you. What is the movement of energy to be helpful? Ooh, Rose. It is bringing you to the Ace of Cups. You have to be open to receiving this. If somebody is coming through with this offer of love, or this is an offer coming to you beyond your expectations of even a project that you get to work on, even an environment or people that you get to work with, this is going to not just plug you back in, but fulfill your heart. It's going to be something or someone you love. It's beautiful. Look at that beautiful fountain. It also looks like you have, I want to say even Archangel Michael's help here to bring strength back into yourself, strength in a person, in a partnership, or what you are doing. Also protection, divine protection. You are getting divine, divine intervention here. So this is an ace. When you get an ace, it's a beginning. It's a new start. But you got to get past that new start. You have to have more experiences. You have to continuously open your heart and, move in that direction to see what something can become. And it's an ace. So for some of you, it's you offering something. Maybe it's received and somebody is receptive to it. And sometimes somebody is not. In that case, it's not the right timing and it's not the right environment or person. It's also possible you offered this beautiful, it's not even a cup here, it's an entire fountain. And maybe somebody else's fountain was already depleted and they weren't ready to plug something back in yet. It's like you have that cup, you can stick it on the shelf, and if it's not attended to, it can dry up. Or somebody else is going to recognize how valuable that beautiful cup of love is and take that offer. So let's see what this Ace of Cups is all about. What is this brand new start in love, a new partnership, a new person, a new feeling inside of you? An Ace of Cups can be you, single, and feeling amazing. For some of you, maybe you always were in a place where you had to compromise. You always had to have all these influences around you and you didn't really get to know who you really were on your own. And you're at a point in your life where you're in your own new apartment, buying a house on your own, traveling on your own, maybe meeting new friends or having a new chapter, and that feels like freedom. For others, maybe this is something that comes into your life and you were always in that energy of freedom. You never wanted to have any outside influences or love situations or even friendships stress you on out. You'd rather be alone. And maybe something's coming in and it's not stressful. It's actually plugging you in even more, but it's totally changing your mind on what you thought you wanted for your now and for your future. Clarity for the collective, please and thank you. What else do we need to know about this Ace of Cups? Oh, the Ace of Cups. Now you have Justice. So this Ace of Cups might be a really big decision in love. Justice is a powerful energy. It's finally seeing something through the objective point of view, the higher perspective. It is finding balance after I see a really big decision is finally made. So for some of you, it could be that you decide to go to the justice of the peace and get married. Maybe even elope. You're just going to do it. Make it a simple thing and just make it happen. Sign the papers. For some of you, it has to do with the justice system. So this can go many different ways. If some of you have been involved in the court system for some time, whether that's maybe custody or figuring out something. I see kind of with a house situation, it could be a divorce for some of you. And if there's been, something that was, that would be exhausting, especially if it's taking a long time and there's a lot of outside influences that are not seeing the higher perspective in a situation or not receptive to compromise, wherever that is. Where's your compromise card? Then when this decision is made, it is going to bring everything back into balance, because now you know how to make all your decisions down the new road that you are going on, the new road someone else is going on. This could sometimes be signing some paperwork, like really important paperwork. I do kind of see like buying a house or something like that. I just saw somebody buying a house, but making sure you have the right home inspector, because that is somebody with an outside perspective. Maybe somebody really loves a house. I see a house. That's not the typical message I get with this, but I see somebody trying to buy a house and they really like the house. Like it has all the bells and whistles that they thought, but maybe not sign on that dotted line until you have somebody who's maybe not so involved with it, who can look at it from the outside perspective to make sure the pipes are good, the roof is good, the insulation, stuff like that. I see something like within the walls to make sure that is good, because even if it has the fanciest appliances and the biggest garage, if it has some other issues, that might not be worth signing on the dotted line with. I hope that was helpful for some of you. But here it is somebody who is blindfolded. So it's trusting your intuition, your other senses, to bring these scales into balance. Here it is making decisions that are not going down the right road, or listening to the wrong influences, or not following your heart. Like giving up on something because it was too exhausting. It could also be if some of you are going through a difficult situation with someone else, or that happened in the past, because this can be past energy. Maybe someone is finally, now that they are on a different road, making different decisions, feeling a little more of their self-worth. Then maybe they were going through a rough situation that was stressful, that maybe somebody just needed some time to figure themselves out in silence, and coming back with that apologetic energy. It could also be a Libra energy with Justice. It's number 8, Major Arcana in this particular deck. And that is like this infinity. I have a lot of cards in front of me today. I hope so far this reading is helpful. Let's get another message on the Ace of Cups and Justice, please, and thank you. Justice is also the balance of head and heart. And it looks like, I feel like once this blessing comes in, once this divine intervention comes through, this fated meeting, this chance happening, this pinpoint to your new destiny, or that path you should be on, or maybe even someone else should be on. Because I sort of see for some of you, if there were influences that were sort of hanging on because they weren't in that energy of belief, that perhaps I kind of see, I don't know, this is a really weird thing to see, but I kind of see if there was somebody who was exhausting to you or someone else, I kind of see love falling in their life, and they sort of like retract their energy away from what they were sort of holding on to too tightly, but not in a good way. It almost like plugs them back into new belief that they can have something that maybe wasn't even that good for them, but they didn't know anything else, or were so scared of that loss or that distance that they're holding on to the wrong thing. Maybe the right thing is going to fall into a person's life, and that's going to almost open up any kind of attachment it somehow had to you or someone else. I'm not even sure what just came through right then. I hope that was helpful, but I feel like it's still a good thing. It's bringing kind of everybody to the place and the road they should be on. I feel like there was somebody insisting on going the wrong way before. Here, maybe some of you are also ordering pizza. I'm also kind of getting the image of some of you doing something where maybe you drive far to work, or you do something, some kind of delivery or some kind of service where you maybe meet clients, but you're always sort of on the move. I do sort of see somebody who, maybe you go to different towns, but I see somebody, maybe even a real estate agent or something like that. Maybe even a driver, Uber, Lyft, all that stuff. Maybe that's a side message, but this is a really, really fast energy. This is definitely not where you're depleted and drained. This is where you are ready to move, or you need to be ready to move. So you need to plug yourself back in and be ready, because once this comes through, it's going to be go time. I feel like that's a good thing, though. This is sometimes Cupid's arrows. You could have a lot of people really interested in you right now. More than one option. I feel like with that right option is going to be incomparable, and that's the one you're going to get on the bike and move towards and with. Eight of rods is swiftness. I feel like somebody's trying to get somewhere before that pizza goes cold. Upside down, it's not handling energy that comes in all at once. Kind of like freezing. Like too much. So it could be that somebody had too much energy coming through and they just kind of froze. Let something go cold. But I kind of see that even if something went cold, it makes me think of cold pizza even tastes good later. So I feel like even if something comes back after a little cold period, or that was you having a little period of being cold or distance or whatever was happening, either you're going to heat something back up, or you're going to find when you're ready to take a bite, it's going to taste just as good. I just thought of lasagna. I'm getting the most interesting imagery today. I kind of think maybe it's like that. Like lasagna can be really awesome after you make it, but it's actually better the next day when everything kind of settles together. But this could mean that something is going to take off and all energy is going to go out there all at once. It's like the quickest energy in the minor arcana for me. I just see a big pizza oven. Maybe some of you work in a pizza place, or you meet somebody in a pizza place. Or you live somewhere near one, something like that. I definitely see but I don't see a normal pizza place. I see the one with the fire oven kind of stove. Let's get one more, just a bridge. The Ace of Cups, Justice, the Eight of Rods. What is the bridge between all of this energy, please? And thank you. Wow. The bridge is that you are, or someone else that felt like they were definitely trapped before, is ready to be released from that energy. Because the oppression energy is where you or someone else felt like you had the weight of the world on you, like always caged in. You know, maybe it was a timing thing for someone to realize how to adjust how they saw their situation, to ask for help from the right person so they feel that freedom. Because the 10 of rods is it's heavy energy. But usually it just comes with recognizing that you have to see something a different way, or someone else had to believe that they weren't actually stuck. that there was a different way through, or maybe some divine intervention, or even help. Where's that Justice card? I feel like maybe there is something here, an outside influence. I am seeing that somebody felt trapped by time from a certain situation that they were in that was not healthy. And it was too much pressure. It was very draining. And I see something coming through that finally is a decision. Maybe it's just the straw that broke the camel's back. Somebody's just not going to do it anymore. But I feel like it's somehow help that comes in very fast. And all of a sudden, chains are broken. There is a way through. There is a way to. There is a way out of. It's just doing it that different way. Clarity on that 10. Because a 10 is usually an ending. Let's get one more. And the ending comes back to the Magician, which is beautiful. This is coming back to self-worth. Believing you can. Believing you have, and knowing you have all the skills, the tools, the talents, everything right around you to do it now. There's no time like the now to start. Maybe some of you also write music. You publish something. You do something on the computer. I feel like those are those, remember I saw the lighters before? It's like maybe they're not even necessarily like an audience, but they're your ideas that are all around you. Maybe for some of you, you have more than one idea that you can pursue. Maybe it's about putting all of these facets of you together and making something very special and unique. The Magician upside down, the trickster, snake oil salesman, a person that's manifesting anything they don't believe in. Their heart isn't in it. They never really feel like they accomplish that goal because they're always trying to fill in the hole. But upright, the Magician is just such a powerful card, but it puts you in the position of power. Maybe somebody else had to put themselves in the position of power and belief that they can do something, they can try something. If one way didn't work, you try it a different way rather than repeating it until it works, until it's the right way through. It does look like this Magician is thinking. But all the tools are there. I feel like that right aha thing is going to come through very soon. All right, let's get one more. Just to sum this up, what is one more message from, let me see, what's a good summary? Let's do the super attractor. One more message to be helpful for the collective, please and thank you. Choose kindness. That's really beautiful. I don't know why I looked at that and I saw clovers, and I heard St. Patrick's Day. Maybe somebody has a birthday around then. Maybe it's a Pisces energy. Maybe somebody didn't choose this energy before. Maybe this is your choice now. You do have compromise. If somebody doesn't compromise and you need to walk out of any decision, you know, start to manifest the things that you believe in that make your heart and soul feel fulfilled. Break these chains on your own. Make a very big decision. Maybe it's leaving with grace and kindness, but it also can be entering something with the energy of kindness. Let's do one more. See this from the higher perspective. As if there's any kind of situation going on, everybody has their own perspective, their own feelings, their own viewpoint. Free will, learning lessons or not, having open arms or closed, living in the energy of kindness or not. So it's trying to see that beautiful soul, just trying to have a human experience. But it's you taking your experience from the higher perspective, taking it where you are highly valued and loved and received, and with this, I bid you adieu. I love you so much. I hope this reading was helpful for you. Have a beautiful day, evening, and night, and I will see you soon.